this is easily the #1 question, so we'll just get right to it. So, to answer the question, when is the game coming out? It's coming out when it's done. I know that's a crappy answer, but it is probably going to be late summer. September is the end of the summer. We're still shooting very hard for late summer. But the honest truth is, if we need another month to polish it and make it really awesome, we'll take that extra month, because you don't do 2 years of development and then stumble at the finish line. And it's the old 90-10 rule. 90% of the game is done, and only 10% is left, but it's the longest 10%. It's bug squashing, polish, and balance. And those are the things that really bring a game from pretty good to great. Yes, the game will end. We had originally had it as a sandbox style game, but again, for a 3-person team, it was just becoming a question of when do we want this to come out? 4 years or 2? And so eventually we just decided that, hey, we're just going to have to make this a little bit more linear. You'll be able to continue to play the game as soon as you finish it, but there won't be any more progression or anything like that. Also, in the very first release, we'll be capping the game at 30. Your characters can't get past level 30 out of 99, because we want to see how people play the game, see how much they're enjoying it, and then make play adjustments based on that, and then add new skills, new missions, and things like that. Give you an incentive to play once the free expansion packs come out. The short answer is no. The long answer is kind of. You still get to make decisions based on, do you want to be friends with these people, do you not? And those decisions affect the way the game plays out. You'll have to either fight them, or you'll get reinforcements and things like that. You get to add them to your crew. But it isn't as robust as we had originally hoped, but that's the way it goes. Pretty significant. You can only build a certain amount of rooms on a ship, and each of those rooms take quite a bit of time commitment. It's not like, pocket planes or tiny tower or anything like that, but it does take a little while to build the resources, build the rooms, get all the upgrades, and those enhance other rooms. So if you build a ship full of science rooms, you're going to have some pretty good buffs. If you have, say, 2 science rooms and a tactical room, you're not going to get all the science buffs, but you'll get a little bit more of a well-rounded ship. So if you play it 2 different ways, one way with an entire engineering built ship and another time with an entire tactical built ship, the way you attack enemies, the way you approach combat and diplomacy will be very different. There are 3 in the game right now. The first is a Tiny, which is a tutorial ship. It's there to get you used to the mechanics, and then figuring out a couple things, and then doing the first couple missions. The second ship is a Small. You'll play about a third of the game in that, just kind of cruising around the galaxy and things like that. And then the third type is a Medium. That's the one that's been in a lot of the videos. That's the one we play test a lot, because it's easier to downgrade than it is to upgrade. In further expansions, you'll kind of see at the end of the story, you'll be getting to the larger ships, but again, we wanted to keep our scope reasonable, so we aren't trying to play balance 6 different ships in the game. Now, each of these ships right now, the goal is to have different hull types, but again, these are the things that are like kind of on the cusp of, does that add 3 weeks to development to add those other layouts and different ship types? So we'd like to get those in, but we'll see what happens. Our gut is no, only because we really do believe in building for the platform from the ground up, and it is a console. I mean, even you can make the argument that you can, bring the controls together and make it work. But what we'd much rather do is make our second game or third game or something like that. Not to be presumptuous, but if we get that opportunity, make it from the ground up for the platform. Get to use the controller, get to figure out the hardware, and have a real strict vision for how it's going to work. We don't know. We love this idea. It's something that we're playing with. It screws up a couple of things as far as the scalability from device to device. Clearly, there won't be any mod support for Android or iPhone. The vision of the game is to be able to play it on multiple platforms, the same save game. That said, PC is really awesome for being able to have people put in their own content. So the short answer is maybe. There will be some kind of, build your tokens, then build the rooms, and then build upgrades, and all that stuff takes time. We really like games like Civilization, SimCity, where when you finally get things like World Wonders or enough money to build some of those the Arcos, I believe it was in SimCity, it's a nice reward. But we also don't like the tuck your game away and then turn it back on and things are still happening. That's not really the gameplay style that we really enjoy. Cheers.